Let's talk about Celia, the last of her kind, with a twist. Because little Celia here was cloned. So 3 years after Celia was crushed by a falling tree, her clone was born. 154 cloned embryos were implanted into goats by an American biotechnology company, Advanced Cell Technology Inc. On July the 30th, 2003, one single clone made it and was born alive, but died a few minutes later due to physical defects in the lungs. So this is a story of how, despite technological advances, we might after all only have one shot at saving all the endangered species, and that is to not let them go extinct in the first place. Ibex. Amazing animals who defy gravity. Let's take a quick peek at Ibex from the Forces of Nature with Brian Cox from the BBC. I will link to the full clip below.
The rock that was used to build this dam contains essential minerals that have been dissolved in water. Minerals rich in the calcium that these animals need to stay strong. There's a strong bond between mother and kid. Salt from the earth, dissolved in water, continues on its journey into their bodies.
The Pyrenean Ibex lived in the Cantabrian Mountains and the Pyrenees. It was abundant in the region until the mid-19th century. The Pyrenean Ibex tended to live in rocky habitats, but it was also seen on smaller patches of rocks in farmland and various areas along the Iberian coast. The downfall of the Pyrenean Ibex may have been caused by a combination of hunting and the species not being able to compete with livestock in the area. The Pyrenean Ibex was one of 4 subspecies of the Iberian Ibex, and the second one to become extinct. The first was the Portuguese Ibex, who became extinct in 1892. Less than a year before the last Pyrenean Ibex, Celia died. Biologists took skin biopsies from her ears. The concept of de-extinction is the concept of bringing extinct species back to life. Out of the 154 implanted embryos from the biopsies from Celia, only 5 resulted in pregnancies, and out of those, only 1 kid was born. The kid was female and had a normal heartbeat, open eyes, and actively kicking legs. However, the little baby couldn't breathe. She had been born with an extra lobe in her left lung, which took up too much space in her chest and kept her lung from inflating properly. After a few minutes of severe respiratory distress, the Pyrenean Ibex was extinct for the second time. Such a sad story for the little baby and for the species overall. And if you're going to bring a species back to life, you obviously need more than 1 kid to be born. So this is the story of one species, but also very probably the story of many other species, and for example of many dog breeds in a not very distant future. We are facing huge questions that should be in the news, in my opinion, should be in the debate, in my opinion, but we rarely hear about them. Thank you so much for watching. If you found something of value in this clip, please check out another clip, and please subscribe as we get to the bottom of what's what in the world of animals.